Hey guys, welcome back to the DC show.
With the writer's strike over, we finally have some topics to discuss.
Will we finally get casting for Marvel's first family?
Stick around. Yeah, I think
one take, we nailed it.
Yeah, first try. Definitely didn't mess up 16 times each. All right, guys. So right around the corner, we got the Spider-Man 2 releasing on PlayStation.
Yeah, it looks amazing. And from the few reviews I've heard, it's one of the best superhero games they've ever played.
Yeah, I think we both really enjoyed the Spider-Man game initially. Did you play through all of it and all the Miles Morales game?
I didn't play all the way through. I just like most games from me. I play them for a little while and then I got life.
Well, I mean, I didn't have a PS4, so I never got to play Spider-Man until I got my PS5.
Sure.
And so when I got it, I wanted to play through all that before I started Miles Morales. So I played through the entire thing.
That's good.
And then I did actually play through all of Miles Morales. Now, I didn't play necessarily to 100% completion, get every single item and stuff, but I played enough to really thoroughly enjoy it. And
yeah, I need to go back and play it at some point, but
yeah,
I'm definitely excited for this one. It looks a lot of fun. Apparently the symbiote is like one of the best parts of the game. Like you can use the symbiote with any of the suits, and I guess they probably have different reactions with that symbiote.
Cool.
I don't know exactly, but
yeah. They released a new trailer recently, and you get to see a really good shot of Venom. Mm-hmm. Really freaking cool.
Yeah.
I think we both really enjoy the character of Venom.
Sure.
I mean, I think he's, in my opinion, probably one of the better Spider-Man villains. I really like Spider-Man.
Shout out to Todd McFarlane.
Yeah, for sure. So pretty excited about it, man. It's only a few days away, and I don't have any time to play games, but
you pre-ordered it, right?
I did pre-order. Yeah. Yes, I'm looking forward to it. I am playing a lot of Baldur's Gate 3 right now when I do have time, which is a big time sink. If any of you guys are playing that, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. I mean, it's a turn-based role-playing game, essentially, like, D&D.
Yeah. I just don't know because I never played the game.
No, but it's like that, except for at least in my case, I'm playing single player, so I'm making the decisions for all the characters instead of the arguing and indecision that sometimes happens at the table.
What? It's not your offspring that it's happening with.
Definitely not my offspring.
It's definitely not your personality either.
Definitely not. Nope, that doesn't affect it at all.
That's funny.
But yeah, so I've been putting a lot of time. I say a lot of time, but I just mean some of the free time I have is being dedicated to that, which isn't a lot of time. Ultimately,
I get what you're saying,
especially compared to some people.
But yeah, it's a lot of I'm not playing anything right now, so other than Marvel Snap.
Yeah.
Check it out. My name on there. If you play me, it's the DC show. So
nice. That's cool. I knew you changed it, but I didn't even look at the name, I guess.
Oh, I think I sent it to you
with that
purpose, and then you never reacted. So I was like, whatever, dude.
Dude, I'm busy, man. I was playing Baldur's Gate 3.
Exactly.
No, I'm ironically still playing Marvel Puzzle Quest.
Ironically, it's a fun game.
No, it is fun, but I've been playing that. It's like probably second or third oldest game on my phone.
Nice.
Yeah, the very first game I got on my iPhone, though, was the home run game that you showed me.
The game's fun, too.
Back in the day. Still got that on there. But yeah, man. So Spider-Man, I think this one's exclusive to PS5. I don't think it's going to be a PS4 dual release. So I think they're really pushing the envelope as far as graphics and stuff go. Some
will
of the
it be
shots,
on PC as well, or no, just PS5?
It's just PS5. Yeah. I'm sure it will have a PC port later on, but I don't believe it's coming out on PC initially.
Yeah, well, it's a Sony property. It makes sense that they're one of their biggest IPs is going to be exclusive.
They've been releasing their exclusive games a little quicker on PC now, and I think
which is smart because they're still got the hype for it, and they want people to want to make money.
And I think their ports have been a little bit better because they're porting it to. It's not like they can't just release the game like installing it. No, it has to go through a developer and port it to a different system. So they had some issues like Horizon Zero Dawn was really broken at first. Cameron tried to play it and couldn't even play. Stop playing until they did a big fix.
At least they take care of that stuff and get it fixed pretty quickly.
Just kind of a bummer when they release something that's not even ready.
You should be done. Yeah, they need to get stuff 100% before they release it.
Yeah. So hopefully, if they do release it on PC soon after it comes out, hopefully it's dialed in pretty good. So
I would hope so.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, let us know. Are you excited for Spider-Man 2?
Well, are you?
I'm waiting.
Leave a comment.
No. Anyways.
Now.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited about it. That's it.
I'm very excited.
Okay. What about the game?
Oh.
Excited for the game?
Yeah, that too.
Okay, cool.
So, courtesy of the U.S. Copyright Office, we got a synopsis for Daredevil Born Again.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and read it off here for you guys. Marvel Studios presents Daredevil, in which longtime rivals Matt Murdock, played by Charlie Cox, and Wilson Fisk, Vincent D'Onofrio, try to leave behind their darker alter egos to serve the people of New York, only to have their past catch up with them. In the first episode of the series, we are reintroduced to the world of Daredevil.
That's it.
So yeah, it's kind of interesting because
it's 18 episodes, so it definitely leaves it open to what you think is going to happen.
Yeah, we were looking at some of the cast and we're like, "Who's that character? Who's that character?" So
we didn't look them up. So do your due diligence.
Yeah, we didn't. But it
I'll
does
put some names up on the screen.
It does seem like they're adopting like more of like the Mayor Fisk persona.
Yeah, because they said they're kind of essentially both kind of helping the people of New York, is what we read.
Yeah.
So Fisk is trying to be the mayor, get on the people's side, even though he's doing the shady stuff behind the scenes.
We haven't been given a time frame as when this takes place. As far as I know, I haven't heard anything. If you watch the Hawkeye series to the ending of it, they kind of leave you wondering what's going on with Wilson Fisk.
Well, Fisk gets shot. He doesn't die, but they leave it open.
You hear a gunshot. I'm assuming he gets shot.
Yeah.
So
with the Echo series, I don't know when that's going to come out, but with the Echo series, hopefully they'll touch on that some more too, because I think that's coming out before Daredevil.
Actually, I thought I heard it was just delayed, but we could pull up the date.
I'm pretty sure it's still going to be before Daredevil, even if it is delayed, because they said the next time that you'll see Charlie Cox as Daredevil will be in the Echo series, is what I read. I'll try to pull that up too.
Okay, cool.
So we'll see him in that, and hopefully that'll explain more and lead it up into the Daredevil series.
That would make more sense, because if they pick up with his character like right after that, and he clearly in the Hawkeye series was still dealing with the being a criminal essentially, not really the type of person you'd want to be your mayor. So they make it seem like he's gonna genuinely want to try to help the city.
My guess is, because I haven't read the comics, but my guess is that he's gonna have some kind of he got almost died. He's gonna have some kind of realization that he wants to do good, and he's actually going to try to be a good person, but he's going to somehow get led back into that dark path down the road or something, is my guess, or it's going to just boil up into him at some point. Speculation.
So yeah, I mean, I'm still eager to see if this is a direct continuation or a totally new Matt Murdock. I know we're not getting Karen Page's character or Foggy Nelson's character, at least not in the first season, apparently.
Yeah.
They haven't recast those characters. They just haven't said anything about them.
Yeah.
So
hopefully they'll address it or something and say that, they're back in wherever, I don't know, or they're traveling, or because they're all lawyers. So
yeah, that trio of those three in the Netflix series was some of the parts that made it the best for me. Like I loved just the friendship between them. It was like very believable.
Yeah. That's why that's one of the most beloved and overall well-received series that Marvel has done, is those Netflix series.
Yeah.
At least the Daredevil ones.
Yeah. I mean, that, in my opinion, the Daredevil out of the Netflix series is the best.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people really like Punisher. It was all right.
Which they are bringing John Bernthal back as Frank Castle in this. It's been announced along with the other cast. Again, I'll put that up on screen.
I know Iron Fist was up there as some people's... Okay, it wasn't their favorite. Luke Cage was pretty good.
Iron Fist has so much potential to be great, but it wasn't well written or whatever.
No, it definitely wasn't great.
It's a cool character for sure. Hopefully they can bring him back in some aspect, even if it is the same actor, but hopefully, personally, I hope they recast.
I know he wants to come back and really give it a go again, and with some better writing and stuff, maybe
he can. I don't know.
Yeah. But I do hope they bring back, is it Mike Coulter, I believe, the actor who plays Luke Cage. Mm-hmm. I really liked his character, and I really like Jessica Jones, Kristen Ritter portraying Jessica Jones. I like that show quite a bit. Second season wasn't great, but third season was pretty good. Again, the first season was pretty good. Yeah.
I didn't get past the second season of that one because I never got to the third, but I should go back.
The third was definitely better than the second season, in my opinion. Not that necessarily means it is for you, but for me it was. First season was hard to beat just because, especially Amber and I really love David Tennant from Doctor Who, but he plays such a good villain. Like, he's insane in that first season.
Purple Man, right?
Is that what he's called?
No, something like that.
I don't remember reason, but yeah, David Tennant's just evil, man, just straight up evil. But
I think all the really Doctor Who characters to be evil in Marvel movies.
Yeah,
Matt Smith and Morbius.
Yep.
I don't know any other Doctor Who.
That's it.
Actors.
Yeah, I think that's it.
That's not it. There's a lot of them, but that's it for Marvel.
No, yeah.
I know what you mean.
That's, I mean, as far as Marvel villains from
I'm
Doctor
just saying,
Who.
there's a lot of Doctor Who's.
Yeah. Karen Gillan's not a doctor, but she is in Doctor Who, and she's ultimately not a villain.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately. Yeah, so I mean, are you excited for Daredevil?
Of course, yeah. It's going to be out a little bit. You know, obviously, if everything's being delayed, especially with the strikes.
Yeah.
Maybe not till 2025. I don't know, but
yeah. Yeah, I just love the fact that they're going to make this an 18 episode series. That's a pretty big deal to me because I'm so over these 6 to 8 episode.
They don't have enough time to tell a good story.
No, they don't. Like by the time they're really getting going, it's like then it's over.
Some of these comic book runs are so detailed and drawn out, like these big stories that people love, and they want to see it at least done close to the material. Obviously, they're going to have to tweak some things, but you can't shorten it up so much that it's just a completely different thing. Like, again, the Secret Invasion stuff, too short.
Yeah, for sure.
Such a good story.
Really like Samuel Jackson. I had really high hopes for that show, and I was definitely left a little disappointed, especially kind of the way it ended.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for Daredevil Born Again? Let us know in the comments.
All right, guys. So apparently we're getting Dazzler coming to Deadpool.
Yep. I don't know. That's the rumor, and they're definitely leaning into it, which they're amazing at marketing. So it could be a marketing ploy. She may not be in it at all.
Yeah.
But at a recent Chiefs game where Taylor Swift was there watching her new beau, we had Ryan Reynolds, Sean Levy, the director, and Hugh Jackman. All three of them are just kind of hanging out with the Taylor Swift up in the box.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, like Ryan Reynolds and his ability to market things and stuff, like even when they're just coming out like telling us stuff straight up, it's like so much hype, dude. And
do you know about his Maximum Effort marketing company?
I've heard about it.
It's pretty crazy. Like they literally, like as soon as something happens, they make an ad for one of his companies related to that big event that just happened. Like they're really fast with their marketing.
Do they make an ad about Taylor Swift hanging out with them at a Chiefs game?
No, that's not sell. That won't sell anything.
Oh, okay.
Besides Deadpool,
it'll sell a lot of Deadpool.
Because if she's in it, they're definitely going to get.
Well, it's going to sell. Deadpool is going to sell.
It's going to sell well, but like the NFL's popularity the last couple of weeks, at least the Chiefs game, like some of the stats I'll put on the screen of like Travis Kelce's jersey sales and all this stuff, just because he's dating her now, it's crazy.
Well, I mean,
she has a huge impact.
Very popular. I think with her tour releasing in the AMC theaters, they just blew away their all-time pre-sale records.
Yep. Now Beyonce and other artists are doing it too.
Yeah, jumping on board.
Which is cool. I'm good.
Yeah.
Because not everyone can afford to go to these concerts. The tickets get really pricey and they sell out fast.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's pretty cool. I mean, I know my daughter wanted to go to it, but obviously couldn't go. But she's not. She didn't want to go watch the one in the movie theater. But I know those tickets sold fast.
Yeah, they added a whole bunch of new showings and stuff in the theater. I know people were trying to like sell their tickets online, and then they added a whole bunch of new showings. So they really expanded it. So
that's cool, and that's good for her, and that's good for the industry. So
so I'm not necessarily a big fan of Dazzler, but if they're gonna cast somebody as Dazzler,
she's perfect.
Yeah, I'm totally for it.
Yeah, even if it's going to be a cameo if she's in it. It's not like she's a major character. So, I mean, not that they couldn't bring her back in a future X-Men type movie, if she does well.
They kill her off like they did all the X-Force in Deadpool 2.
Spoiler alert. Just kidding. No. But yeah, no, it's possible. It's a Deadpool movie, and it seems like he's killing off the Fox universe. So maybe because there has been rumors of her being Dazzler in the past, even the other older, like the First Class movie, I think it was.
But there was a Dazzler in Order of the Phoenix. Was that what it's called? Not Order of the Phoenix. Sorry, that's a Harry Potter. Dark Phoenix. Yeah, in Dark Phoenix with Sophie Turner, there was a Dazzler. I can't remember the actress's name. I believe she was in. The only thing I've seen her in before that was Prodigal Son, a show on TV. No, I mean opposed to streaming. It was an actual
everything's
prime
streaming
time.
now.
It was a prime time show. Like, anyways,
okay,
it's a really good show actually. But she played like the sister of the main character in that. It's the only other thing I've seen her in. It was fine. She just had a really brief cameo in that. Which at some party, she's like making like some sparkles and singing or whatever.
That's cool. But what I was saying is, I don't know if you've seen the pictures of her with like James McAvoy and stuff in the past. Like there was rumors of her being Dazzler already. So if he's killing off the Fox universe, he may kill her. He may kill her, you know?
Now, some background though, her and Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds' wife, have been good friends for a long time.
Sure.
So it's possible that they were going to be there. She was going to be there and like, hey, let's really mess with everyone. And it's like,
it's very possible.
Have you going, you know,
where there's nothing's confirmed and probably not even until the movie comes out. Cause I'm sure that'll be just a cameo.
Yep.
And then that'll probably hype it up the day of, like people are like, oh, Taylor Swift is in it. And then everyone's like, oh, I got to go buy tickets now.
Oh yeah. No, it would be smart for her to actually be in the movie. Like for Ryan Reynolds to be like, hey, no, I want you in this, even just for a cameo, because if they put her on any of the marketing material or anything, then yeah, like all of her fans are going to go see the movie that maybe didn't care to see it before. True. So, and the movie is already going to make $1 billion. Like, yeah, I think it's like for sure the next $1 billion movie, $1 billion superhero movie anyways.
Sure.
I mean, most of the other ones coming out, I was looking at some of them like, yeah, that's not going to make $1 billion.
You were telling me today that the Marvels tickets went on sale, and I was like, that's cool. I'm not going to buy them early because I want to watch it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm not as excited about it, and money's a little tight right now. But so I'm just like,
yeah,
I can wait.
So for me, I did pre-order my tickets for the movie. I mean, for one, I am an AMC A-list member, so I pay monthly for my subscription, regardless if I get a ticket or not. So I'm best off getting a ticket right away if I can.
Sure, that makes
There's
sense.
really only one close AMC to me that has the Dolby Cinema Theater, and it's one theater. And the first showing I wanted to try to go to, the only seats that were sold are the ones we like to sit in. So I mean, there are other seats, but I like to sit in the very center of the
I get what you're saying. You know, it's just funny to me.
So, and then I checked a different showing, and then that whole row was sold. I was like, dang it. Like, you know, so they don't sell out right away, but the premium seats, the kind of the ones that they wanted to start charging more money for before that got shot down, those seats do get reserved really fast. And because they only have one theater, you know, if they don't have the seats where you want to sit, then you're kicking out to a couple of days later, you know? So.
Are you guys excited for Deadpool 3? I know I am.
Let us know.
All right, guys. So season 2 of Loki is out now. We got episode 1 last week. Episode 2 is coming out soon, and I enjoyed it a lot. What about you?
Yeah, I enjoyed it quite a bit as well. Amber and I both watched it when it released, and I thought the episode was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I felt like it was. The whole episode felt like it was moving, following them around. The camera was following them through the corridors and stuff, and it just felt really dynamic. I really liked the way that episode was shot.
Which is cool because I knew Loki was time slipping, but like I didn't know it was forward and backwards in time. Yeah. I didn't know. I thought he was going through dimensions like on Into the Spider-Verse or Across Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
But he's actually going in time forward and backwards, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, and they did it well too. It wasn't like hard to follow. They used that kind of that plot point thing where like something gets left somewhere. By the way, a few mild spoilers, I guess. We're going to discuss the episode a little bit, just so you have a heads up in case you haven't watched it yet. But yeah, I mean, I thought that was pretty clever that when he wrote on the side of that in the dust, so you knew that, oh, we went into the future. Yeah. You know, and as soon as you saw that, you knew like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he noticed it once that that thing broke and he saw the crack in the floor, which wasn't there before. Yeah. So he's like, wait. And he started putting it together that he was going through and forward in time, because first when he went back, no one knew him because he was before he saw Casey and he's like, yeah, they were trying to catch him, and then he goes back and he's like, oh, yeah, hey Loki, like he knew who he was.
Yeah. So I thought it was cleverly done, easy to follow, which sometimes time travel stuff just isn't. So the fact that they were able to bounce back and forth into the past, into the future, their present, I guess. Yeah. It was done pretty well. And then
Owen Wilson is, of course, amazing as Mobius. We both love his character.
Yeah.
We love him in most things that he's done. So he's great in this show. And his relationship with Tom Hiddleston is funny as heck. And then we got Kei Kwan, right, as OB or Ouroboros.
Yeah.
He's kind of in this little sector of the TVA by himself. We're doing repairs and whatnot and storing, filing stuff. And
yeah, poor guy's been there a while, right?
400 years is the last time he had a visitor, and it was Mobius who visited him.
Who doesn't even remember really visiting him.
Yeah.
He remembers going there. He's like, I think I've been here like once. Yeah. He doesn't remember anything about their visit. I thought it was pretty interesting how Loki time slips back in time.
Yeah.
And is having a conversation with Obi. He calls him Obi. Can I call you Obi? And so it's almost like, wait, maybe it wasn't Mobius who called him that.
Maybe all along
it was Loki. In fact, maybe Mobius never even went there. Maybe it was Loki who was the one who visited him, and he just, because it's been so long, kind of forgot. And then they kind of can show which time you're in by whether or not he's wearing his glasses or not.
And then he also still he starts to remember things that he didn't know. He starts to he builds something in the past, and then all of a sudden it's there in the future.
I think what they're trying to show is that it hadn't happened to him until it was happening in the past.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So he didn't have that device there, and then it happens in the past for us at the same time.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh wait, I do have it. Yeah,
because he has the memories all of a sudden return to him.
The memories are appearing. It's almost like, so it's in the past, but it's happening at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, like time travel can be super weird. That's why I think it's probably not ever possible. But it is pretty interesting, and I like the way they did it in the show so far.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. It's going to get exciting. The next episode is they're probably going to take different turns because obviously they got to bring in He Who Remains at some point. They got to show Rebecca Tormenay, aka what's her name on the show? Ravonna Renslayer. Yeah, her character.
Yeah,
they're going to show her back and how they met and kind of how Miss Minutes I think will be created.
Yeah, we haven't seen Miss Minutes yet. The whole episode she's mentioned a couple times, but we never saw her.
Hey y'all, something like that.
Yeah,
I'm not good at that.
So Tara Strong, right?
Yeah, she's amazing. Does so many different voices.
Yeah, and we should be seeing Sylvie. I mean, we got
a glimpse of her.
Kind of a surprise in-credit scene in the first episode, which hasn't been happening. Yeah. I was really surprised at how much time was left, and I was like, I wonder if there's an in-credit scene. So I scroll, I was like, there is. Wow, I was really surprised.
She's working at McDonald's?
Not yet, but apparently she's going to.
She wanted one of everything on the menu.
Yeah.
Because she is like, oh, what's this?
So she doesn't want, what she say, not rat or raccoon.
She's been eating some pretty gnarly stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, I think the episode was really well done. It sounds like it got really good viewership, which is really cool. People obviously were excited to get a second season of Loki. And yeah, man, I'm enjoying it so far.
And another mild spoiler, because I play the game Marvel Snap, if this were to come true, is in the Marvel Snap game, there's a variant card of Enchantress, which is the Sylvie variant. So which was like, that's interesting. Like, are they trying to imply that Sylvie's not a Loki, that she's actually Enchantress?
Yeah, and we were talking about it. It's kind of interesting because the early rumors before the first season came out was that she was cast as an Enchantress. That's what a lot of people thought she was going to be.
Yeah, because obviously they go hand in hand in the comics together.
Yeah, and her powers set is definitely different than Loki's. Maybe more in line with Enchantress. So,
or maybe they're not. They're just going to give her the powers and not ever call her Enchantress. Yeah. She'll be just Sylvie.
Could just be a Marvel Snap thing. It's a little Easter egg.
I don't know, but I'll put a picture up because it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. But anyways, guys, let us know. Are you watching Loki Season 2? If so, how are you enjoying it? All right, guys. So we've had a ton of Fantastic Four casting rumors over the last year plus, probably.
Tons. I'll put up pictures of all the different potential people.
Yeah, and they keep falling through whatever, but we really haven't got any news lately until recently.
Yeah. So there was an interview with Matt Shackman with Collider, and what Collider said was, I'm going to read it, is obviously people are very excited to know when you're going to announce casting. So when do you think fans are going to find out information? Which Shackman said, hard to say. Like I said, we're in the middle of a SAG strike, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that they get a great deal really soon and we can go back. Then, once that's resolved, there'll be a plan at that point. But I can't say too much. There will be an announcement at some point. I know that the internet is very excited to find out, and I'm excited to share it. I just can't do it yet. Which, you could take that however you want, but to me it seems like he already at least has in mind who he wants for sure, even if it's not dotted on paper yet.
I think so too. There will be an announcement at some point. I know the internet is very excited to find out. I'm excited to share it, like as if he knows already, he wants to share it.
Or he could just be excited because he's the director and he wants to share it, but
for sure
he doesn't know either. I mean, maybe just kind of how we're taking it.
Yeah,
maybe, I mean, because there's been so many rumors that we're thinking like they had to have narrowed it down at some point.
Well, I mean, beyond that, the strike has been going on for a while. And although they can't do any actual working, I believe their managers are still allowed to work out deals with production companies. So, And I wouldn't be surprised if the casting was already finalized before the strike.
Yeah, and they probably knew the strike was coming, so they didn't want to be like, oh, let's put our announcement out. Like, let's wait a little bit.
Yeah, they don't want to. They don't want to push promoting things right now too much until they actually can have the actors on set filming. Some more context in the article. He does talk a lot about how although they can't film with the actors, they can build up this world. They can work on special effects and things that they want to be part of it. They can develop things. So they're still working on stuff actively right now, which is really exciting. It's not like they're just sitting back and waiting. They're doing stuff now with the writers back. They can start working on, finalizing the scripts and whatnot as well. So, So it's good. We're on the right track. I really hope the SAG strike is able to get resolved soon, and hopefully they get a really good deal and they're really happy to come back to work, and we could resume, all these loose ends that we discussed in one of our past videos.
And all these big plans that I know all these studios have, for their next big movies.
Yep.
But also not the exact same topic, but still related to casting rumors. I saw something today that said that James Gunn was basically saying that all of the DCEU actors are going to be recast in the DCU as different characters. Like, I will put it up there, but I'm pretty sure it said all.
Wow.
So obviously people have been wanting Jason Momoa to be Lobo. So that was the first rumor I saw, was that after he's done with Aquaman, that he's going to be transitioning to be Lobo in the Superman movie.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Yeah, I've heard some names thrown around. They're going to roll over. I have not heard anything about Margot Robbie, though. I haven't heard that she's going to continue on.
Yeah, I don't know
anyone in the DC.
And that's what people are saying. It would be weird about with Gal Gadot. Like, who would she be recast as? Like, it's kind of weird because she's been in Wonder Woman and so many different other movies and things. Maybe she would stay on as Wonder Woman, but apparently they're going to be all different characters. We'll see. But kind of interesting to see if they redo that, because it is kind of interesting when shows like American Horror Story, they have like most of the same actors or a lot of the same actors, but it's completely different.
Yeah. I think the big difference there, though, is you're telling a totally different story with totally different characters. So it's not like, oh, now we're switching roles. You're having totally different people on those shows.
True.
So you're going to have the same heroes, at least some of the same heroes. You have Lobo hasn't been in it, but you'll have Lobo.
You'll have other ones that haven't been in DC movies
but as far as the main, unless they're just like, hey, you're going to still be in the DCU, whatever.
You're going to be a smaller character or whatever.
Someone who hasn't been in the series yet or in the DCEU.
We'll see. I mean, James Gunn's very creative, so I imagine he'll do something pretty cool.
I definitely think we're going to see a lot of his previous actors from his other projects coming in to step into roles. For sure. Some more of the major roles, I think. Not all of them, obviously. I
still think Pratt for Aquaman, but he'll probably more likely be Booster Gold.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are assuming. We'll see. I mean, it'd be cool to see him come into the DC universe. So, but yeah, I mean, he didn't do that with the Superman casting so far. He chose actors that weren't part of it. So that's pretty cool. It's good to see some fresh faces making an appearance in his projects. So
that's good. Yeah. All right, guys. So are you ready to find out some Fantastic Four casting news? Let us know.
I am.
It's been going on forever.
I just want official news. The rumors. So many rumors. It's going to be funny if it's like whatever the initial rumors were. It's like, or Krasinski is coming back. I think people will be okay with that. If it's Krasinski and like somehow convince his wife to join as well, like that, the original fan casting.
Yeah.
So I still kind of like the Davey Diggs, Ben Grimm.
Yeah.
I think
that'd be cool.
Yeah. So we'll see. What if Chris Evans comes back to play Johnny Storm?
He probably will in Secret Wars.
Maybe even
there'll be two different roles.
Would he come back in Deadpool?
He might. He's been in plenty of cameos in other movies, so it wouldn't be surprising.
That was Fox, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Although they never did a crossover, did they, with X-Men? Kind of surprising. Although they did reboot that a couple times or whatever. So, anyways.
All right, guys. So Ahsoka season 1 has wrapped up finally, and what were your thoughts on it? I haven't finished it all the way through, so I don't mind getting some spoilers. I'm a few episodes behind.
Gotcha. Yeah, and we will be discussing some spoilers in this. Just a heads up. The season is over now, so if you haven't watched it by now,
yep, that's where I'm at.
That's it. Yeah. Overall, I enjoyed the series. I'm glad that we are going to be, I'm assuming, getting a season 2. I know that they're going to be doing a movie later on that kind of wraps up all the Dave Filoni stuff, The Mandalorian and all that's going to kind of culminate in, I believe, a movie. It's going to kind of wrap everything up. But I think they've left things too wide open with Ahsoka to not do a season 2.
Yeah.
So I imagine we'll get a season 2 at some point. I was just telling my wife Amber earlier today that although I really like Rosario Dawson overall, like I don't know, man. I wasn't super into her as Ahsoka in this. I mean,
there was a lot of good characters in this series, which I haven't watched Rebels or Clone Wars.
Clone Wars, yeah.
I haven't watched any of those shows. I'm behind on all that stuff. I know you watched Clone Wars, but not Rebels.
I watched some of the early Clone Wars. I did not get through all of Clone
Gotcha.
Wars. But I did, you get Ahsoka pretty much right away in Clone Wars. So I definitely got to see some of her the young version of her character, and not so much the older version, although I am familiar with some of the kind of summary of things that happen.
Sure.
So.
I'm familiar with her and a few other characters, but a lot of those characters, I just don't know who they are. So they're new to me, but they're like, this is a continuation of their story. So like, I'm like playing catch up on what's going on with them. And there's a lot of the names are not easy to remember. So I was like, wait, who's that? Like what? I don't know.
Cara Syndulla and Sabine Wren.
Yeah.
I think just over the years, I've seen enough like YouTube videos and things to kind of have a general idea of what happened with those characters.
Sure.
Plus, there's a lot of channels that did a lot of breakdowns of Rebels, right before the series came out. So there's a lot of ways to kind of catch up. But you're right. If you haven't watched those at all, you're kind of thrown into this world of these characters that you don't understand their backstory. You don't understand their motives.
And they have multiple seasons, right? Or at least some.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like it was a bit of a disservice to the general fans to kind of say, hey, here's the series, but you needed to have watched these multiple seasons of these cartoons.
Yeah. I mean, I still follow along for the most part, but there's some things I'm just like, I have no idea what's going on or how does this connect or why are these people here? Yeah. It's okay, but they have some pretty cool characters and some cool villains. Thrawn's pretty badass looking.
Thrawn's cool. It was actually really cool to have them do all kinds of stuff with the planet of Dathomir and the Night Sisters. Mm-hmm. The Night Sisters do make appearances in the animated series, but they also make appearance in the Jedi Fallen Order game. Mm. And I did play most of the first game. I haven't played Survivor yet, but so that's kind of cool to see the Night Sisters and stuff then really kind of embrace like this weird, mystical, magical side of the Force.
Yeah.
So that was pretty interesting. There was some really cool characters they introduced into this. I think most people's favorite was Baylan Skoll, played by the late, great Ray Stevenson. Mm-hmm. For me, like, he's by far the best part of the series. Like, not even a question.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it all the way through, but what I saw of him was really good. I enjoyed him a lot.
You didn't miss a lot. I think you got up to episode 6, right? So, I want to say episode 7, he's maybe not even in it. And then the final episode, he isn't a little bit, but they set up this whole like cool, interesting story with him, something he's trying to do on this planet. And then they don't let it be resolved. So, which is kind of a bummer because, as I'm sure most of you know, he did pass away.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. Disney has an opportunity right here to like either recast him. I mean, I don't know that they'll be able to find someone who really can live up to that and really embody that character like Ray Stevenson did.
Yeah.
Or they can just like be like, oh yeah, he's stuck on this planet and we're not going to talk about him again.
That's possible.
Yeah, I unfortunately can see them doing that. They kind of chose that route. It's a slightly different situation, but they chose that route for Chadwick Boseman when he passed away.
Yeah.
They decided like, hey, we're just not going to recast him. And I feel like that movie really suffered because of that, in my opinion. My takeaway was like, hey, it's a Black Panther movie. I get the idea, like we want to honor him by not just throwing someone in that role and having them try to mimic who he was.
Sure.
But I think he would have liked to have seen that character go on. And now that character, they've officially...
I get it. But at the same time, they have his son, who's T'Challa. So they, at some point, will bring back a T'Challa Black Panther, even if it's the Young Avengers or...
back into the Young Avengers stuff, huh?
I'm just saying,
No,
like
I know,
at some
I know.
point they may do that. They
Yeah.
may not, but there's definitely a big comic run of it, or
Yeah.
multiple runs. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did a show or a movie about the Young Avengers. They've already set up so many of these characters.
Yeah.
I mean, but besides the point, like we're getting off topic,
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
from Ahsoka.
That's true. But yes, my point simply was that they have this opportunity to decide whether to recast him and continue his story, or kind of just leave him alone and kind of just forget about his character, essentially. What's your takeaway on that? Or do you have a preference as how they handle the situation with him?
I think they probably should recast him. I mean, he's a really cool character, and they should, finish up his story. But
Yeah.
Again, it may not live up to it. But that's just my opinion. Again, that's not.
Yeah,
It sucks that he passed, but
I feel the same way. I feel like they set up this really intriguing character. Yes, it'll probably be difficult to find somebody. I have no idea. I mean, there's been
looks wise is Liev Schreiber for who played Sabretooth.
He's cool. He's a good actor, but I don't know. I don't like the renders, the pictures I've seen of him. I don't know, whatever. But that's besides the point. Whoever they find is going to have a tall order, man, to try to fill the shoes of Ray Stevenson, who, like, I've seen him in several other things.
He was a great Punisher.
And I actually never seen that movie. I didn't even know he was Punisher until recently. I was watching kind of a thing about his career, and I've seen him in a lot of roles, but he's usually a supporting character, which he kind of is in this too. But he's a very prominent supporting character in this.
Yeah.
And just the story they developed for him is really intriguing. He's a villain, but he's like a villain who really feels like justified in what he's doing. He really, he's not just doing it to be evil. He believes that he's serving a higher purpose to do whatever this is he's doing, which we didn't really get to find out what it is. Yeah, but his respect for the Jedi, even though he left the Jedi Order, and it seems like maybe he's trying to rebuild a different Jedi Order or his own, following different kind of rules. I don't know, but
maybe he'll be part of the Grey Jedis.
Maybe. I mean, that's kind of how they built up his character, but maybe a little darker than that, because he was just straight up killing fools on the spaceship in the beginning. So I don't know, but yeah, they just, he has this respect for Ahsoka. Like, he's like, yeah, I guess I could kill her, but it'll kind of be a shame because there's so few Jedi left. So he still respects the Jedi. He still, like, wants to see their kind of way of living and their, I don't know what you call them, not really a race, but, see the Jedi carry on in some respect. So he's just a really intriguing, interesting character, and I want to see where his story goes. Obviously, without Ray Stevenson, it's going to be a bummer to see someone else have to fill the role. But I still want to see his character get to where they had planned for him to get. Yeah. So,
guess we'll see.
That's my takeaway.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think about Ahsoka as a whole? And then also, what are your thoughts on recasting Baylan Skoll? Yes, no?
Yeah. And we also didn't find out what's really happening with his apprentice, Shin Hati. I know you haven't seen the ending, but she kind of loses a battle with Ezra and Ahsoka and Sabine. And she takes off, and then they kind of end the series with her approaching some of those like raiders. Like, I don't know if she like wants to join them or run their thing. I don't know. Kind of interesting. I'm not really sure. I haven't really heard anyone's breakdown on that. I don't know enough about her, really. I mean, I guess she's a new character, so none of us really do. She definitely seemed a little bit more corrupt than Baylan. Like, she cares more about power and escalating through the ranks than Baylan. He had a totally different purpose he was trying to serve. So I don't know, man. I think she maybe wants to lead those raiders, but there's not really hardly anyone on this planet, so I don't know what they're going to raid. They're going to raid the little Nazis, the little dudes with shells, and they're nice. They're nice fitted clothing.
Those are funny.
Which is pretty hilarious to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, like Doug said,
yep.
Let us know if you watched Ahsoka, and if so, if you enjoyed it, and what your opinion is of the Ray Stevenson character of Baylan Skoll, whether or not they should recast him, and maybe for the fun of it, leave in the comments down below what your favorite Ray Stevenson character was. Baylan Skoll for me, like,
sure,
just yeah.
But definitely, if you haven't watched his Punisher, check it out. It's pretty.
I hear it's really good.
Compared to like where the Thomas Jane one was.
Didn't it come out like right around when Iron Man came out, like really close to it?
Something like that. But like compared to the Thomas Jane one was really good, but compared to that, his is way more brutal, which is closer to where John Bernthal's is.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty brutal. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely check it out and let us know if you've seen it and what you thought of him.
Yep. Check out our OnlyFans. Wait.
We could start one. Just post a picture of one of our feet, like each. Just throwing it out there. Let us know in the comments if you want us to start an OnlyFans picture for our feet. You could be our fans. I mean, we don't have to post anything nude.
Yeah.
But
that's true.
Or subscribe to our Patreon.
Yeah.
Or both.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
We'll get more frisky on OnlyFans.
Ooh. Start by leaving a comment down below.
Yeah. Start there.
We enjoy that. That's fun.
But I'm trying to give them ideas, stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Do you want to see our OnlyFans?
Yeah, let us know. We'll do even up to the ankle, maybe. You think?
If you tip enough.
Yeah, you got to tip enough. Yeah, you see who has more of the tan.
You guys are missing out. I'm getting it for free right now.
Yeah. No, you're getting full New Balance 515 right now. Yeah, it's got classic throwback. 515.
That's how you know he's a dad.
Maybe they're coming back. They're cool again.
Are they though?
Yeah, they have all kinds of new colorways and stuff. Yep. New Balance 515s.
They're a sponsor. Check them out.
That'd be cool.
New Balance. You want to sponsor Corey?
New Balance, don't they sponsor Shohei? I think they actually they make him a glove and everything. They don't make gloves, but they made him a glove.
Nice.
Shohei.
Yeah. Think about that.
Hey,
it's not official, but still.
No, I think with him hurting his arm again, it increased the chances he re-signs with the Angels.
Well, guess we'll find out.
We're now a sports show. So Shohei Otani, he went through Tommy John surgery with the Angels before, and they worked with him. They let him keep hitting. They let him keep playing. Then he was recovered. They let him be a two-way star still and do all the things he wanted to do. They let him kind of, for the most part, dictate when he gets to play. It seems like even though he's not winning like he'd like to, he's happy there and he's comfortable there. He said straight up he really likes Southern California. He had a bad experience with the Dodgers when he first was coming to the big leagues. Him and Kershaw had a weird little thing because they pretty much said that they weren't going to let him be a two-way player. And then so he canceled a meeting and Kershaw went to Africa to meet him or something and he didn't show up. So yeah, it's really weird, really interesting.
Didn't know that story. That's cool.
Yeah. So he's got a weird bit of beef with the Dodgers. So I don't know, man.
He may not. I mean, he likes Southern California, but doesn't mean he won't leave.
That's true. But he has settled here with his family, and he's said several times he's going to free agency. He said that no matter what.
Yeah.
He's going to free agency. Whether or not the Angels can offer him enough to stay, it's hard to say. I think they need to offer him stake in the team, percentage of the ownership of the team or something. Get creative with it.
That's what they're doing with soccer and stuff with Messi.
Dude, yeah. I mean, I think you have to think outside the box because they're already gonna be, almost every team's gonna be so tapped out payroll wise when they add him because he's gonna get the biggest contract ever, even with his not being able to pitch next year.
It's crazy.
The dude's just insane.
Once in a generation type player.
No, once in a ever player. He's better than any baseball player's ever played on the baseball field, in my opinion.
Sure.
Just an all around, maybe not the absolute best hitter and the absolute best pitcher ever, but combined, he's the freaking full package, dude. He's one of the fastest guys in the field. He's one of the best pitchers. He's one of the best hitters.
For sure.
His baseball instincts alone, he's insane, dude. I don't think there's ever been a player like him.
Probably not.
In my opinion.
No.
And I wouldn't be surprised if there never is again. At least not for a couple hundred years. Until they allow cyborgs into the league, but that's different. Then you're going to have Asterisks.
That's only in 10 years from now.
Oh, yeah. Dude, think about it. They've already, come up with these crazy procedures to, fix people's injuries and stuff. How far are they allowed to take it? When is it, they're putting metal pins in the rods and things and people, right? So,
Well, they already have things like CRISPR where they can do gene manipulation. Soon they'll take that to the next level, too, and be able to, oh, you got a disability? Let me just fix that for you with tweak it
and when is it do we figure out how to manipulate our babies' genes to make sure they have stronger tendons in their arms?
Probably.
You know what I mean? Maybe not.
They're gonna create
robotics,
legit superhumans at some point.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know where we're going with this.
I don't know either. We're just riffing, man. We're just doing it. It's all going in a short video that's not going to pertain to this video. I don't know.
Maybe this goes on our Patreon, our OnlyFans. No, just kidding.
Yeah, along with the feet. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by and checking out the DC show.
Be sure to like and subscribe, and have a marvelous day. Here, kitty. Some new topics.
Some nude topics?
Nude.
You say nude topics?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I don't remember seeing that in the notes, but that's cool.
We talked about it with our OnlyFans.
Oh, shoot. We also talked about our Patreon having our nudes on there.
Yeah, but I suggested that we should keep that on our OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Plus, you said the FBI agents who are monitoring us already have access to the nudes anyways.
Yeah.
So they don't need to be on Patreon.
They don't, but everyone else needs to.
All the other subscribers?
Sure.
Okay.
All 1,000 of you.
All right. Sorry.
Hey, guys, welcome back to the DC show.
Yeah, I was going to say in today's video,
Stick around. Hey, guys, welcome back to the DC show.
With the writer's strikes over, we finally have some new topics to discuss.
And then hopefully the SAG strike will be over and we'll get some fantastic forecasting. That didn't flow well.
We're a little rusty. It's been a while.
Rusty trombones.
It's been like 4 weeks or something like that, probably since we recorded.
It's been a while. Yeah, it's been at least that.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, guys, welcome back to the DC show.
With the writer's strikes over, we finally have some new topics to discuss.
Will we get some fantastic news?
I hope so. Stick around.
All right, one more time.
Say, will we finally get the casting news of the first family? I don't know.
First family.
It is. It's Marvel's first family.
I understand.
The first family? It's like Adam and Eve and their baby.
Oh. I was thinking like the president's family, but that works too.
Oh, man. We are not discussing Hunter Biden on this video.
Too late.
Oh, man. All right.
Stick around.
Oh, jeez. Cut that. That's a low blow, Doug.
Corey.
Like the way we're discussing
our Patreon could be just nothing but outtakes.
The way we're discussing it, people might not know how we politically swing, if you will.
We are political swingers.
Yep, that's what we do.
Hey guys, welcome back to the DC show.
With the writer's strike over, we're finally getting some new topics to discuss.
Will Marvel... I didn't know what I was going to say until like right when I was going to say it, and I messed up. But I thought you said new topic, so it threw me off.
Okay, maybe I need to not say new, because it is hard to say it too.
It did sound like nude, so I was like, wait, did he say nude? I was going to make a joke, and I was like, oh yeah, I got to tell you something soon.
Maybe I subconsciously am saying nude. I don't know.
That's what I heard. We'll listen to it on playback.
With the writer's strike over, we're finally getting some new topics to discuss.
I can edit that stuff now.
New topics. I don't know why I said it like that. Slow motion replay?
Sure.
Okay.
Hey guys, welcome back to the DC show.
With the writer's strike over, we finally have some topics to discuss.
Hey guys, welcome back to the DC show.
You know, with the writer's strike over, we finally have some topics to discuss.
Will Marvel's first family finally get cast?
I actually liked mine better that time.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you took a long pause.
I kind of did, but I liked it.
Hey guys, welcome back to the DC show.
With the writer's strike over, we finally have some new topics to discuss. I said nude again. I didn't say nude, I said new, but...
I know.
Dang it, sorry.
Hey guys, welcome back to the...
Sorry, I just thought about that stupid anchor you sent me. I was about to say, we'll do it live. We'll do it live.
Bill O'Reilly?
Bill O'Reilly, we'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
Yeah.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a... I can't do it. We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. And thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
Sorry, it popped in my head right when you started to talk, and I was like, I almost said it.
Welcome back to the DC show, guys.
Check out Bill O'Reilly's doing it live.
I'll put a clip.
15 years ago.
All right. Let's do this. All right, guys. So on a level, wait, let's see, on a scale of like 1 to 10.
Go ahead and level with us.
Yeah. All right, guys. So on a scale, how much do you weigh? Put your weight in the comments below. Kansas City Chiefs game because she's dating.
You know for
Travis
sure.
Kelce.
Yeah, it was for sure. I don't know who they're playing.
I'll just say the Chiefs game. It doesn't
Yeah.
really fucking matter.
Yeah.
Who cares about the other team? It's all about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift now. NFL Taylor's version is what the Twitter had.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
No.
No. It was like NFL, the NFL on X. It said Taylor's version for a while. I don't know if I'm assuming they changed it back.
That's
but
funny. So I say we hit Loki right now, and then we'll after we hit him, then we're gonna kick him. And then he's gonna time slip, more than likely.
Nip slip.
Nip slip. I don't think that's maybe that might happen.
His nip slips in the time slip.
Yeah. Do you think
That'd get more female viewers for sure.
you know, there's definitely one person who could never nip slip.
Go on.
Nicolas Cage. I had to, man. I'm sorry.
That's good.
He can't. He doesn't have them. He just can't do it. All right, guys. So we got the first episode of Loki season 2, and I don't know about you, but I really enjoyed it.
Yep, it was a lot of fun. Hi, dude. Filming with Corey. Ready? Yep, we were filming right now. We're taking a pause so I can answer your call. You want to say hi? Say hi.
Hi.
It's Dexter. You can
Am
check.
I really in this?
They'll be in the outtakes probably, but you can check Dexter out and I out on the DD show.